Hey, good morning. It's the Playhouse. 194, a round of Am I the Jerk? In just a second here, speed therapy today as well, and the secret sound. We are so close to 7:10 when we'll do the secret sound again, and we're currently on sound number 2. It's worth $1,000 cash if you're the person that can tell us what this is. Now, you can follow along with the incorrect guesses we've received so far online at y94.com. Make sure you don't guess one of those. I was going to play it again, and now it's all doing goofy stuff over here. Oh, there it is one more time. 7:10. You can take another stab at it. And we have had some people guessing in the text club. We can't tell you if you're right or wrong directly, but I can tell you that some people have guessed it correctly.
There's some very creative options as well, so
yeah, then some people are horribly off base.
Yeah,
but it's because you hear it and then that's just you're stuck. You believe that's what it is.
You got a mental block. You can't hear anything else. Let's do a quick round of Am I the Jerk? Ripped from our social media. We threw it out there. What situation we thought maybe you're kind of the bleep hole in, and we'll roundtable here on the show. Think if you were the jerk. Am I the Jerk? Case 1 of 3 today. My husband wants to name our baby girl we're expecting after his grandmother because she was always somebody that meant a lot to him, and she basically raised him. This woman's name was Ethel. That is such an old lady name, and I don't want it. I don't want it at all. I don't like it as a first name, a middle name, and it's not like it's one you can do a variation of. I just can't do it. I told him I can't do it, and he's giving me the "It's my baby too" speech. Am I the jerk for vetoing the baby name Ethel?
I think you are a jerk. At least then consider middle name. You have to compromise somehow. He really wants that after his grandma?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? It's your baby too. Like he said, it's his. If you guys have to both agree on it, I'm going to say not a jerk. If that's what you don't want and you're really adamant about it, find one that you both like.
Yeah, I tend to kind of lean that direction too. It kind of sucks because I get that this is somebody that meant a lot to him, but I don't disagree. A little baby, I get that some of the old names are coming back now. A little baby girl named Ethel in 2021 seems kind of peculiar to me.
Yeah, and even like she could compromise and say, okay, middle name, and maybe she will down the road. But if you really just don't like it, it doesn't mean you don't like his grandma or what she meant to him or anything like that. It's just a name.
How often do you use the middle name, though? That's why. Just let her use the middle name.
Jennifer Ethel! Like when you're angry. Yeah.
It just doesn't run well.
No, I think that would make her more angry every time she would have to say that.
Probably.
The safe compromise would be the middle name. It would be. I don't disagree. Don't use it a ton unless you're really angry. I don't know what name's going to pair well with Ethel. There's a reason that most women's middle name is Lynn Marie, or there's like 6 middle names that all women have. Let's grab this one. Case 2 of 3. Am I the jerk? I wouldn't call myself a gold digger, but I don't want to waste my time either. So I openly make a point of asking what a guy makes in terms of salary for a living by at least the 3rd date. I don't have a set amount in mind that is acceptable, but I do like to have an idea where he is and what the trajectory of his life is going to be to decide if he's worth my time. I think I'm just being honest with myself and doing my and not wasting my time with somebody that doesn't have the luxury of affording the life that I would expect. Am I the jerk?
Yeah, 100%. And I also think you're doing yourself a disservice. And listen, we all love money. I get it. It's great. But you could really be missing out on the perfect guy. You truly could just be missing out on.
You don't even believe what you're saying.
No, I do. I think that she could be missing out. If my husband was like poor and homeless, I would still want to be with him.
Would you have? Because now you love him and you've been with him for some years.
Yeah.
Had you met him and he had nothing? Yeah.
If he had a home, if he was poor, yes, I would prefer him to have had a home
somewhere he'd have lived with you.
Yeah.
I think she is a jerk just because you're basing if they're wasting your time on what they have financially.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think you're a jerk. However, if that means so much to you, you might be doing these people a favor by weeding them out. If there's actually guys that they say a number and kind of what their life goals are, and then you change your mind, some of that's just dating, and you might be doing yourselves a favor. I will credit you with at least being that honest with them and yourself. Especially if you're saying, sorry, you don't make enough for me. That guy does not mind you broke up with him at all. So while I do think you're a jerk, because that's a strange mindset to have, kudos for being that honest with yourself.
Is there a set amount, though, or is she just trying to see if they are financially independent?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
If she's continuously still dating, I'm sure that all these guys have dropped her anyway. So
Yeah.
she's never going to find what she wants.
Yeah, I mean, is it a jerk move to be overly honest with an opinion that's an unpopular opinion, or are you just an honest person? I don't know.
It's a jerk move.
It's a jerk opinion. I kind of like the honesty. If that's who you are, I'd like to know that. If I'm on the receiving end of that, I'd like to know that. Because I don't want to date you then.
Exactly. She's never going to get a date. She just won't.
Well, there's got to be some doctor out there that wants to spend his money on somebody. Am I the jerk? Case 3 of 3 today. My friend has had an odd odor about her lately, and I would want someone to tell me if this was me. So I told her she probably needs to shower or something because she's been a little stinky. She told me that she's been using dry shampoo a few days a week because it's better for her hair not to shower every day. And I said, girl, try a wet shower instead of dry shampoo. I want to be a supportive friend, and I want to guide her to not being smelly. She just smelled sweaty, and I don't think after it's been 100-something degrees for a couple of days in a row, that's the time to be experimenting with dry shampoo. She obviously was hurt. However, I have noticed that she does smell a little bit better. Am I the jerk? Did make her life improved?
No, you're not a jerk at all. I think Jamie would tell me if I smelled.
Yeah.
I would tell Jamie if she smelled. You tell your friends that. That's embarrassing because if you're like nose blind to your own scent,
As
you want
people
someone
are.
to tell you. But I also think you're aware of it. Like the other day, I felt like my shoes were kind of smelly. I said, sorry, my shoes are smelly.
I didn't notice if it makes you feel better.
That does.
It's a good friend thing to do. I think that a lot more people should be honest and tell people when they stink.
I don't think I would ever tell either. I think it's easier. Like, I think a woman can tell another woman, and I think a woman could tell a guy. I would never tell you if I thought one of you was stinky.
Would you ever tell a guy?
I probably would tell a guy.
Would you
if I thought
tell
he
your
was stinky.
wife?
No, I don't think so. I don't think. I think that dude telling a woman is a different. I would probably never tell any woman that I think she's smelly.
I think if they have BO, something in their teeth, bad breath. Not a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, you were an honest friend. I do think maybe you could have worded it
Yeah.
differently.
What? I thought she worded it nicely, kind of joking, like,
Girl, you should try a wet shower.
yeah, instead of a dry
That's
shower.
not a nice
try
way
a
to
wet
word
one.
that.
I think it's like kind of jokey. It's funny.
Okay, well, if I ever need to tell you that you smell, I'll make sure I add a little humor in there.
Please.
A little sense of humor. Secret Sound, your next chance at $1,000 in 8 minutes.
It's the Morning Playhouse on Y94.